Light your lanterns and follow us into the dark, because you're watching Sisters in the Shadows, where two authors gather together and talk about all things magical, mystifying, and macabre. Hi, and welcome to Sisters in the Shadows. I am Maria DeVivo, author, and I am here with my co-host...
Amanda Fasciano, also author.
We write dark fantasy, horror, witchy things, ghosty things, dead things, and everything in between. So thank you for joining us. This is our episode number 1, so we're kind of like shaky on some stuff, but just bear with us, and we're going to try to give you the best show we possibly can. Today's episode, this is our first episode, we're going to be talking about witches. A topic that is near and dear to both of our hearts, and we're kind of the experts,
Absolutely.
so hang in there with us. Amanda, do you write witches?
Yes. I in my universe, yes. They haven't hit the shelves yet, but they're coming.
Oh, so the witches are coming. Okay.
Yes.
I have a witch series out right now. Right now we're on book 6. It's planned to be 10. It's called Dawn of the Blood Witch, and they're all based on true events in history. I love true crime, and they're all standalone novels, but yet they share this like intertwined universe. So you can read them like standalones, but they all connect. So that's kind of a neat little thing about my series. But my witches are spicy. And my witches are gory, and they're not to be trifled with.
That's always.
So what do you feel? What do you feel about like good witches versus evil witches in literature, in film, TV, what have you?
It's one of the things that drives me a little crazy when they portray them in books and in movies, is that they're either the evil people or they're like these willowy women, Wicca, moon goddess, hippie kind of, and that's not always accurate either. They're either
No.
super good but don't have any bite, or they're evil, and they just never seem to get a good witch in, except for Allison Hannigan and Buffy.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of literature, and especially TV shows and movies, they'll portray a witch as either being ultimately bad or ultimately good, and it's not that way at all. Like, there's always that middle ground. Most of the time there's that middle ground.
Mm-hmm.
And it could go either way, and it's mostly right in that middle, and they're not to be always bad and always good. There's a disconnect. I agree with you on that one.
Yeah. Another one I like, well, that'll come later.
What? No, go for it.
A Discovery of Witches. I thought that was pretty well done.
I have not watched that.
Okay. But that also
Wasn't that based
so.
wasn't that based on the Salem Witch Trials?
No, it wasn't. It's just a romance, a paranormal romance series. They go back to England,
it was fiction?
but not Salem.
Okay. But was it based in actual, or was
They
it
have
like,
based some of it in real witchcraft. I've seen some of. I haven't finished the series, sadly. Shame on me, but it's they do a lot of based in witchcraft. A
okay.
lot of the spells and the workings. It was very interesting to see it.
Oh, okay. So, circling back a little bit to what we do, right? And our involvement in the occult, the supernatural, the paranormal, whatever you want to call it. Witch. What does that word mean to you?
Well, I mean, technically it means wise one. So,
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
to me, that's what it is. And when the when people started using it in a negative connotation was when patriarchy and um, religions were trying to conquer and beat out the paganism and the women being the healers and the knowledgeable ones. So,
It was a way to keep the women down, yes.
yeah, yeah. I'm
Because
not
those
trying to get
pussy.
political or religious, but it's just,
No, 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 no. But
it is. It's an
historically,
inherently political and religious topic.
yeah, it is. Yeah, absolutely. And to that point, it's like patriarchy, right? They wanted to have absolute control. And the women did not have a voice, should not have a voice. So what do you do to kind of silence them? As you accuse them
Hmm.
of being evil and in league with the devil.
Yes.
But yes, which means wise one. And it definitely has the definition of it has evolved
Hmm.
definitely over time.
Yes.
Um, as the whole like concept of witchcraft and paganism and Wicca, call it what you will. There's so many different sects of it that it's, very broad.
Oh, yeah.
Um, why do you think though that witches like are so fascinating throughout all of time? Like what is the fascination? Why do we always keep going back to witches?
I think part of it has to do with witches are so rooted in the natural world and the mysteries that are contained therein that it draws people in because human nature is curious. Human nature wants to know about things. And one of the last greatest mysteries we've got is how the natural world works. And science has done some great things. And a lot of what they've done has backed up what the wise women from centuries ago were doing and saying.
Yep. And the correlation, and it's like, whoa, wait a minute. We've got all
Exactly.
these natural remedies and, cures for things and whatever. It makes you look at it twice, open your eyes a little bit
Yeah.
more to it. Um, literature, movies, television. Who's your favorite?
Hmm. My favorite witch? Um,
Yeah,
Willow from Buffy. Gotta be Willow.
really?
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Why?
I loved that character so much, and she had such a great arc, and she ended up going from this very timid young woman to who was obviously, victim of bullying and stuff like that in school with Cordelia. And she goes to being one badass witch um, after taking a darker turn. But she manages to save the day, save the world with Buffy. I don't know how many times. And without her, do you think Buffy would have been able to do half of what she could do?
Oh,
So,
hell no. Oh, hell
no.
no.
The witchcraft saved her ass I don't know how many times. So
Yeah.
I really got to say, and the way Allison Hannigan portrayed her was just wonderful. So,
As far as character development and character evolution, I definitely put Willow at the top of having that such a grand arc of, like you
oh yeah,
said, going from the bullied little, you know, to being like this holy shit badass chick,
oh yeah,
Um, yeah, yeah, definitely. As far as character development, as a writer, I definitely appreciate how her evolution like unfolded. It was really cool to see and to watch that.
yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
Um. ugh, so we talk about good and evil, right?
Mm-hmm.
One,
Oh boy, here we go.
I gotta say, one of my like biggest influences and one of my biggest like witchy like definitely Nancy from The Craft.
I
I
knew you were gonna
mean,
say that.
you're not gonna say
I'm like, it's gonna be her.
like I mean, all right, look, she was fucked up, right? And she went off the rails down a crazy train, you know, many, many times.
Oh
But
yeah.
I don't know, there's just something about her that I like, kind of like, it resonated in me, because when I was in high school, I was the weird one. I was the freakazoid. I was the one that, you know, like I would walk down the hallway in high school. And I remember there was this one boy who would constantly, I mean, like, you know, you're 15, 16 years old. You think like, all right, you're past that bullying age. He would come right up and, you fucking witch. And I'd be like, whoa, wait a minute, what? Okay, yeah, we're gonna go there. So on that, you know, so to see her, you know, and what they, I don't know,
I
it
get
spoke
it.
to me.
Yeah,
It spoke to my
I do get
soul.
it. Yeah, because we all went through that in school where, you know, we were picked on, and I got the same thing, you know, um, being called a witch and things like that. And there was just something very primal about that character where it was
Oh
just,
yeah,
you know, you don't start no shit, won't be no shit, but you're going to fuck
right.
around, you're going to find out.
Right
So,
now, yeah. Yeah, so I kind of like, I kind of admired that. Like, even though like I don't, you know, what she
yeah,
did was a whatever, right? Okay, but movie's sake, right? But
yeah.
yeah, she was badass. She was badass and
Hmm.
she owned it. So yeah, it was
Yeah.
pretty, she's one of my favorites. You know, and then you want to go like the sappy route, you know, Wizard of Oz. I always had a special place in my heart. And this was even like when I was a kid, you know, the Wicked Witch. And this was even before Wicked, you know, where you get the backstory. But
Yeah.
yeah, I felt like a little soft spot for her. Like
Hmm.
I felt like she was wronged, you know?
A little bit. I
But
mean,
I, it's all good.
but that goes
Um,
down right back down to the whole good and evil, black and white, Glinda versus the Wicked Witch of the West, and it's like they were either they were diametrically opposed, and there was
yes.
no give or take in any of that. So,
No, no, not at all. But I think the word and the concept, it definitely is a core to describe strong, independent, and powerful women. I mean, there you go.
yeah.
That's the heart of it, isn't it? Like, you know, and how they go good, bad, in between, you know. It is what it is.
We do what we do.
So, are we gonna do our hex or bless? Okay. So this is gonna be a segment where we're gonna like, I'm the
Yes.
hexer and Amanda is the blesser. So we're gonna talk about like one thing from like witchcrafty community that I think I'm gonna hex, it needs to go away. And Amanda's gonna bless, she's gonna be like, yep, this is good shit. So I'm hexing
Hmm.
pop culture witches who are just background side characters. You know, they're just there to
Yes.
be, oh, I'm going to do a little spell. I'm going to do a little, and it's very like cookie cutter. So we're going to say, get
Yeah.
rid of the witchy side characters and let's get real.
I couldn't agree with you more. Yeah, they're basically just another way of using a Deus Ex Machina. So, totally agree.
Yes.
My bless is when, and I said it before, when they're strong, capable characters. Like Dr. Diana Bishop, she is a scientist, an alchemist. And, you know, because she's on this research bent for this lost alchemy book, that's what kicks off a discovery of witches. And she has a whole council of vampires and demons and other witches against her. And you know, she does what she can to fight them off, even with having had her powers sealed as a child. So, you know, she just kind of breaks through at sometimes until she finally unleashes it. But she's very strong, she's very capable, and she really doesn't need anybody to rescue her.
Again, going
Even
back
if
to
there's a
those.
handsome vampire on the side, you know.
um, okay. So that was our hex and bless. Now,
Yes.
what are we going to talk about? Strange, little known, fun fact from history. about witches. Go.
Okay. Did you know that werewolves were considered witches back in Netherlands, Livonia, and France? Back in the 15th to 18th centuries, there would be werewolf and witch trials, and they were considered the same kind of thing, and they would be burned at the stake, just like witches were. If you could be accused of being a
Oh, shit.
werewolf and a witch.
So my fun fact, my interesting tidbit was 1625, Iceland. They had witch trials that were not targeted to women, they were targeted to men. And they were killing and trying men for using runic magic. So this was, I guess, like, I want to say, and this is kind of like all I didn't really deep dive on this, but it's definitely a topic I'm going to. I just thought it was a really fun fact. Like, the men were using the ancient runes, and I guess the Christians were coming in and taking over and converting everybody, and they were like, okay, well, you're a witch, so. Oh, and another fun fact, boy witches are witches. They're not warlocks. That's like a literary thing. Yeah, that's like that's not a thing. That's not a thing.
They
That's not
needed
a
a
real
gender split somehow.
Right. But, what do they call Harry Potter? They're wizards.
Wizards.
Yeah. Wizards and witches.
Yeah.
But what if
they need the gender split for some reason.
For some reason, but a witch is a witch is a witch is a witch. All right, Amanda, final thoughts.
Final thoughts. I think more people need to concentrate on portraying witches in contemporary literature and cinema as good characters with shades of gray that are not completely black or completely white.
I 100% agree with that. I definitely do. So, this has been the first episode of Sisters in the Shadows. Hope you enjoyed. Come back for some more. Episode 2, we're going to be talking about vampires. And see you later.
Yeah.
B-roll! B-roll!
Blooper reel!
Hello and welcome to Sisters in the Shadows. I am your host, Maria DeVivo. I am author. No, fuck that. No. That is getting wiped out. I don't know how to pause this. I don't know where she went. We're all by myself. How am I going to do this by myself? Can she get back in? This is our first one. What is happening? Where did Amanda go? You give it a dick, you give it a vag, we're good. I'm gonna cut that out. Bitch done left me by myself. Bitch done left me holding the bag.